What's going on? It's Trending Story. If it's your first time here and you want to find out new facts that will definitely make you smarter and more well informed, make sure to subscribe and active the notifications bell so you don't miss anything.
It so happens that when a person is driven to despair, help can come from a completely unexpected side. There are no miracles here. People who have done only good deeds all their lives accumulate during this time many loyal friends who are ready to help in difficult times. So you don't need to ask anyone for anything. The reciprocal gratitude will not be long in coming. And so what happened in this story? It happened during the Great Patriotic War during the Leningrad blockade. But rats, specifically bred to be pets, she said, are calm, and do not tend to bite the hand that feeds them, she said, and seem to bond emotionally with cage mates and owners. Rats are a misunderstood pet, Bissett said. People think of them as vermin and pests. People who think they are a really gross pet just don't realize what they have to offer. If you are looking for a rodent pet that you are going to have a personal connection with, I would recommend a rat. Rat lovers tend to agree that the critters have only one major flaw: they die too soon. They only live 2 to 3 years, he said sadly, which is one of the heartbreaking parts because they grab hold of you and they never let go. Yet, the short lifespan is a major selling point for parents buying a first pet for younger children who can quickly lose interest in the new family member. It happens in a person's life that he becomes desperate and will only wait for death, but suddenly help comes from a completely unexpected person. For a person who does good in his life and treats others well, whether he is a human or an animal, the day will come when he will be rewarded. Therefore, a person who always does good with people does not resort to seeking help. Most often, it will come to him alone at the right time. And this is what happened in the true story that took place a long time ago in the Soviet Union during the Second World War during the siege of Leningrad, and it has been shared by generations among themselves. The events of this story take place in the city of Leningrad during the Great Patriotic War, or as it is known to everyone, the Second World War. And he used to live in the city, now known as St. Petersburg, an old man who used to sharpen knives, but with the deterioration of conditions in the city that were besieged by the Germans, people did not sharpen their knives with money because everyone became poor and did not even have his own food. The financial condition of the elderly man who lived alone began, and he began sharpening knives for free, or doing so in exchange for a small amount of food. But this did not last long, as the man had to stop practicing this profession completely and became looking for a way to earn money in order to buy the food. The man was forced to offer his furniture for sale for very little money so that he could buy food and not die of hunger. The grandfather used to get up early every day and take a piece of furniture with him and go to the market to sell it, but it is unfortunate that people did not want to buy these things because most of them only wanted to get food. One day, while the grandfather was leaving his house to go to the market as usual, he heard a strange sound in the yard of the house, and then he went there to find out what was happening. When the old man reached the source of the sound, he noticed a cat running away from it quickly. Then he headed to the corner where he was and found there was a dead mouse and its newborn baby lying on the ground. The old man discovered that the cat attacked the mouse and its little one, but the mouse defended its little one and sacrificed itself for him. And it is fortunate that he intervened at the right time, otherwise the cat would have eaten the little one. The man regrets what happened with the mother of the little mouse and left her there because he knew that the cat would return to eat her, while he moved the mouse to his home and began to take care of him. Although the old man had never dealt with these rodents, he insisted on saving the life of the little one, as he placed him inside a blanket so that he would not feel cold and brought him a little milk that he had kept in his home. The mouse grew up and got back to its new home, where it was approached the old man, played with him, and ate with him. For his part, the man became accustomed to the presence of the merry mouse in his home, and he considered him a companion, as he took care of him, provided him with food, and was satisfied with his condition. The old man found in the mouse a companion who forgets the extreme hunger he was feeling, and his house was completely empty of furniture and food, and he went out to the markets to search for food. And although he started eating one meal a day at most, he kept improving to the little mouse and feeding him and bringing him water, and kept caressing him. The situation began to worsen, and getting food became very difficult, as the man no longer had things to exchange for food. As winter clothes, he had sold them all, and he only had summer clothes that no one would need in the cold weather. All this made the man resort to sleep as long as possible in order to forget the suffering he was going through. The only one that the man used to find on his way was the rat who would come to him and kept playing with him, as he used to talk to him and give him the crumbs that were left of the food so that he would not die. The mouse disappeared for 2 days and never appeared, when the man thought that he went to look for another place to live, because his house became completely empty of food. But on the third day, the mouse came back and went straight to the old man, who was lying in bed and in pain from extreme hunger, as he carried between his teeth an old silver coin. The old man could not believe what his eyes saw, and was shocked when he saw the little animal laying that piece in front of him. The man held the coin in his hands while he was hilarious, and immediately ran to a friend, an antique seller, and offered him that piece. It was of considerable value, as the value with which he sold it enabled him to buy food that would last him for a month. The next day the mouse came back carrying another piece, and it was repeated several times, which made the old man earn a large sum of money, that he realized he would not die of hunger in that difficult period. The old man began giving food to his poor neighbors who could not find anything to eat, and he told them the story of the silver coins that the mouse brought him, and he was able to buy clothes that protect him from the cold that kept the area at the time, and he was able to buy some items that helped him resist cold and hunger. The amount that the man earned from selling those precious coins enabled him to collect enough food until the war ended and the Soviet Union declared his victory, but the man's joy was not complete. Because he was his loyal friend who saved his life, he left and did not appear after that, although he remained looking for him for several months. After the end of the war, the grandfather's condition improved, and he had a beautiful house and a pension. But he felt that something was missing in his life, that he was the friend who stood by his side in the time of trouble. He did not realize that saving a dying newborn rat would save his life in the future. This story proved to everyone that animals of all kinds are loyal to the person who is good to them, and do not forget the favor that is offered to them, as they spare no effort in returning the favor to him when they find the appropriate opportunity to do so. That is why each of us must help animals when they find they are in trouble.
Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks. We'll be right back to you as fast as we can.